just finished probably the first intensive cardio workout of this hot and humid season in Chicago, and wanted to just throw a quick note out there about hydration. And this is going to be good for athletes of all levels and all trainings. And when you're in my academy, two things. Number one, if you have a body, you're an athlete, which eliminates any time or gender barrier. Number two, everything is your training ground. So whatever the activity is, like training is a physical activity, it could be gardening, it could be work on the fire ground, it could be, workouts in the gym, or if you're doing cardio outside, whatever. So physical activity is training and you are an athlete. All right, straight ahead, here we go with hydration. This is what you need to know. This is why hydration is so important, and this is why it is seriously critical that you pay attention to not just what you do during your workout, but in that time period following it. A lot of people will call it rehab. A lot of us are moving towards the word prehab, because when you are in a state of activity, you're always in one of three phases. You're either before the workout, pre or training, you're intra during the training, or you're after, post. So pre, intra, and post. These are pictures of your muscles, just to give you a quick schematic. And this is just the water component of your muscles. So before you begin training, you have your little water cells inside of each and every muscle strand that you have, and they're ready to go. Obviously, when you're training, you're using water. If you're in a hot environment for whatever reason, you're going to be losing an extra amount of water through your skin, through evaporative loss, through sweating. And anytime you are exerting yourself, an increased respiratory rate, if you breathe faster, you actually breathe off a lot of water in your breath vapor, so you lose it that way. After the workout, this is what happens to your water cells inside of your muscles. They shrivel up like little raisins. Now, a lot of people think that the muscles are going to stay nice and plump even though you don't have water in them, and this is actually a false diagram. So if we come up here, this is actually what happens before, and then during the workout and post. When you don't drink, your muscle cells shrink up. So if muscular development is important to you, you totally wreck your gains. But be advised that what happens here, this post, becomes the pre for tomorrow's training session. So this is where you're beginning your next workout, your next training, your next physical activity. And this is the reason why people feel so shitty, is because they didn't replenish and replace not only during their training, but post. So stay hydrated. If you're doing outside cardio, take it, one step at a time. Let yourself acclimate to the change in the temperatures, and honor your body. Let's train hard, y'all.